Hello, greetings, and welcome to day 17 of the brutal start on Europa with me, 54 Bear. I am a little bit upset with myself because I did record an episode, days 10 to 15, and I had quite an exciting time, in as much that not only did I blow up, I also caught fire and sort of unalived myself in rather a spectacular fashion. And I was thinking, isn't it wonderful that I'm recording this? And then I went to review the video and it was truncated. My hard drive had filled up again and I had not noticed. I mistakenly hit the delete button, thinking everything of like the old stuff, thinking everything would be good. I didn't do shift delete, so it just put it in the bloody recycle bin. And yeah, I had no space, so it wasn't recorded. And it's such a shame because it really was quite spectacular. But yeah, you'll just have to take my word for it, I guess. So, anyway, I am relocating the furnace, as you can tell. I haven't done anything with the solar panels on top because I don't have the resources to print them. And I'm very low on ingots at the moment, so I desperately need to get this puppy sorted out. Otherwise, I'm going to have to resort to reconnecting the arc furnace, and I really don't want to do that. Right, so to business. We will get the furnace assembled here. I'm not going to do a super deluxe one or a hot box or anything like that, as much as I would like to. It takes time. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm creating a little wind resistant hut, let's say. It's not exactly windproof, or it might be. It might be windproof, I don't know. The interior doors I know are not airtight. I'm not going to weld up the floor in any event. Oh, that's not good. That should be the other way around. I will fix that. Yeah, I should have noticed. The idea is that the interior doors will just stop stuff from blowing out. Because, as I mentioned, they are not airtight. Alright, so let's turn this around and change it to a wall, and I'm hopeful that will leave the contents visible. I know the thing clips. Woo! Let's see. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it's still not perfect, but I can live with the cross going through it. The other option is we bring it in here and then things can get a little jumbled when stuff is getting spat out of the furnace. Okay, so I think I have enough pipes. Well, I shall need to come around here to plumb it in, and I'm just using the regular pipes. The reason being, there is a non-zero chance that I will want to cool down the furnace at some point. Now here I'm, instead of doing my usual upward thing and then putting a valve, I'm going to put a three-way junction on here, like so. And then that one like that, and this one like that. Reason being is I have a volume pump. And the volume pump will live here, pointing inwards, and this is so I can inject some cold air from inside here into the furnace. I had originally considered putting an active vent there, but the idea of having 2000 degree Celsius gas in here and an active vent set to blow it into my face should the unthinkable happen, yeah, didn't think that was such a good idea. Right, so these are the interior doors, as I said, not airtight, doesn't matter. Oh, I have the valve with me, that's good. Get that put in place, like so. And I won't be able to put the active vent, the passive vent on until I weld up that frame. So let's do that. Power critical, eh? Yeah. I've also given myself a little bit of a landing area here, so I don't have to run and jump and aim to land in the door. As fun as that is, yeah, it gets a little old when you miss it 3 times in a row. Have I mentioned lately that I am a little stupid? I might not have mentioned that. Okay, so I will need a vent here as well. Doesn't matter that it's taking air from in here. I could just as easily put it outside. In fact, maybe I will, just for aesthetic purposes. Like that. Yeah, right. So the furnace is now ready for operation, except for that vent. And I only have 3 cables, and I'm not certain how much copper I have. Well, I need to take care of the air tank anyway, so we'll head back inside and see what we will see. Okay, that's a good temp, good pressure. We'll turn that back on. I'm not going to filter out the atmosphere in here anymore. Right, so I can print 14 cable. I think that'll be enough. We will find out. Alright, let's pick up this. Right, so I desperately need stuff anyway. How much iron do I have? 22. 7 gold. Well, I've got more gold here. But this is literally the last of my copper. That's it. All gone. I've got plenty of ores. Well, I have a 50 here, plus I have a bunch in these ones. Speaking of which, I should grab these and take them out. And take care of the eaty drinky thing. Another one for the empties. Last one from that lot. Water I'm not too worried about. I have water ice. I have a crusher. It's just literally a matter of putting it together. And whilst it is a simple thing to do, when you want the piping to be extra funky and fitting in this area, it's a bit more of a challenge. Okay, remember to do the buttons the right way around this time. Okay, right, let's put these away. Ooh, not those. Let's put these in here for now. Oh, gee, I needed to do that bit of wiring first. Today has been a day for senior moments. There have been a few. Nope. This. Okay. Well, at least I will have enough cable. And we can just wall hack that through. So when I'm in here doing the smelting thing, close the doors, and if a storm does blow up, everything should remain in here, because I would hate to spend a lot of time getting the furnace exactly right, smelting out the ores, and then have the wind take them away. Okay, so we will need Invar, Constantan, what was the other one? Yeah, solder and electrum. So I will need 4 of those and 4 of these. I'm just taking them out as I need them, lay them out like this. The way my brain works, it's safer. Right. Now I will open up the Stationpedia. I'll go to ingots, move the window over here. Then I'll click this button to narrow it a little. And then you can click this button as well to make it longer or shorter. Shorter is fine. And I'm holding down the Alt key so the mouse is operating. Those are not the, I don't want super alloys, I want regular alloys. So these are the ones that we want to make. I want to make steel, well, I want to make all of them. I'm going to start with Invar because that is the hardest. You have a very limited temperature range, 1.2 to 1.5 thousand Kelvin, and between 18 and 20 megapascals. So hence the need for the volume pump. Now if you click this button here, the Stationpedia stays on the screen and you can do all what you need to do. Okay, so what do we start with? Well, obviously I'm going to be smelting all these. That's going to generate a lot of off-gassing. So one way of doing it is put in, I don't know, 5 and 10, something like that, of oxide and volatiles, and just throw the stuff in and hope for the best. The other way is just put a little in, get everything pre-smelted, drain the furnace, and then build up the pressure. I don't know which I'm going to do, to be honest. I think I will start with, let's move this out of the way. I'm going to do 8 and 4 and see how that works. Right, so 2, 3, 4, and click once. Now the pressure isn't going to be anywhere. It's not going to get anywhere close until the ores go in, because the ores will off gas. That gas stays in the furnace. That increases the pressure, but it also reduces the temperature. And a successful operation of the Black Widow here, it's as much dark arts as it is science. Unless you understand the science, in which case it's relatively easy. Cows Are Evil did a wonderful series of videos some while ago. I think it was before phase change, but the basic premise still counts, where he did the old PV equals nRT thing. Oh god, hit it straight off. Wow, I was not expecting that. Okay, so 8 and 4. That seems relatively easy, doesn't it? Okay, I am slightly taken aback by that. So we will do the next one, which will be copper and nickel. That's Constantan. That is much easier to make. Said the guy who just fluked Invar without even trying. Jeez. Right, I will open up the Constantan one. So you can see any temperature over 1000 Kelvin, any pressure over 20 megapascals. We'll get the pressure, but I don't know if we're going to keep the temperature. Oops. Because we're throwing in a lot of gases. Sorry, a lot of oils, and they will off-gas a lot. And, you know, they will cool it down. We might get lucky if it works after this batch. Nope. And of course, as soon as you put one in, you have to put the other one in. Right, so we've hit the pressure. Temperature is dropping. Don't think we'll make it. We might. We did. All right. See if we get the last one as well. If we don't, then I just have to drain it and refire it or add a little bit of what's missing. Yeah, we dropped the temperature in. Now, did I remember to put my Atmo card in? I did not. I shall run back inside and remedy that. It should be there. So I'll put the tracker away. Don't need it. Actually, this I may as well take outside as well. Oh, there's some copper back there as well, I think. Oh, and another coal. Two more other coals. Excellent. Right, where were we? So yes, we are a little light on temperature. So right, I might be able to do this just by adding in a little bit more fuel. So we'll do 1 and 2 and see how that goes. Temperature's coming up. We should be good. And there we go. So there is 400 of that. Right, now the next one, or electrum and solder. Electrum is tricky only because it requires a lower pressure, but any temperature will do over 600. So that is relatively easy. Solder, anything over 1 megapascal, dead easy, but that is a very low temperature band, so that's usually the last one you want to do. So what we will do is we will make some steel, because of that, any temperature over 900 and any pressure over a megapascal. So we should be okay, but I should have pre-selected all of the ingots and stuff I needed. Right, well, steel's easy, so I'll just make a standard batch of 400. Or 200, sorry. Duh. Brain fart. Yeah, we should be good. There we are. So there's our steel. Right, now, having said that, I do want to, well, I've got to make some solder, so let's put a couple of these out. And where is the lead? Oops, the lead is here. I think I'm going to make 3. It'll reduce the amount of iron I can make, but that should be okay. And for the electrum, ooh, now I do want a lot of electrum, so I'm going to make 2 lots, but that's going to mean I have no gold. Yeah, that's okay. I can live with that. Right, I'll put these in here because this one won't be smelted. Put this back. So these ones will just be regular smelting operations. Right, so to cool down this amount of gas is a problem, or can be. Obviously I can throw in a lot of cold air, but that's going to increase the pressure, and to be honest, there is so much gas inside the furnace. It has a capacity of 1,000 litres, and you know, there's a few thousand moles of gas in there, so you'd have to add an awful lot to cool it down. So the quick way is reduce the amount of gas that you need to work with. Gives it less thermal mass or thermal inertia, however you want to think of it, and makes it somewhat easier to manage. So it's kind of a shame that we're wasting all this hot gas, but right now I have no method of storing it and nothing that I could do with it anyway. I don't have a Stirling. I'm a ways away from having that. So at the moment everything is just coming out of there. Right, so I'm going to get this down to about 3 megapascals. I'm going to throw this stuff in. If there's any volatiles left, it will ignite, or it might, but there's less than 1 mole, so it wouldn't be a big thing anyway. Don't want that in my hand at the moment. And I'll get down to, as I said, about 3 megapascals. I'll throw the ores in. They will off gas. That will increase the pressure, and I'll just back it off again. You could actually take it much lower than 3, but that's okay. I'll put this away because I certainly don't want to throw that in the furnace. Check doors closed. Because what I'm trying to avoid by keeping the pressure in there is I know the off-gassing will cool the gases inside the furnace down, and I want to make certain that the pressure stays above the 2.4 I need so that I can then bleed it off. And hopefully the temperature drops below. It does, so now I just have to get the pressure down, and it's round about that green, where the green line starts. That's about 2.5 megapascals. And as soon as it hits that temperature, I will throw the valve, waiting for that little red light to go green. Hasn't gone green yet. Okay. Oh, I dropped below temperature. Duh. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. Right, so we have nitrous oxide in there and oxygen. So 1 bit of volatiles will ignite, but that is probably going to get way over pressure. We will see. I'll add 1 volatile. And okay, we were lucky. We got it. Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, now the temperature is way too hot for solder. So we go and look at the solder page. We want the temperature under 550 Kelvin, and at the moment it's 1500. So we want iron and lead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an iron, open this, and I'm going to smelt it into an ingot. And I'll do the same with the lead. So I will end up with 2 ingots out of this. And you'll notice the temperature has dropped quite a lot. Ooh, okay, that's fine. In fact, I'm going to keep it there. Throw in this. This will cool it down. I don't worry about the pressure. The pressure can get as high as it wants. No, I'll keep the ingots till last, because the ingots won't increase the pressure or change the temperature, but the ores will. Okay. Now, if I eject that right now, it's just going to be a mess of reagent mix. So put that in again. Yeah, it's not really affecting the temperature. So, love the way it throws, just lobs them out willy-nilly. I'll have to put a chute on that. So I'll put the ores in, sorry, the ingots in, and they drop the temperature quite a bit. Is it enough? Almost. Right, so I'll put these back in. Yeah, I should have run the ingot through one more time, because it would have taken a lot to get it down to 350 Kelvin. Well, that's okay. Right, so it's got to come down about 10 degrees. So the reason I have the, actually we can, what's the pressure? 5.3. We can lower the pressure quite a bit. That'll do. Don't want to go too low. Remove that. And now the furnace should cool down a little faster, because the, oops. You know, the pipes there are uninsulated. There we go. Job done. That is all of the smelting that you can, or all of the alloys that you can do in the Widowmaker. Now, because these are uninsulated pipes and some of them are exposed to the atmosphere, I am going to vent everything. There's no point trying to keep it hot. If you have a hot box, you can get away with it. Although having said that, I do have a bunch of ores I need to do. Yeah, they're in here. Okay, well, what I will do, stop that, give it
temperature low, temperature critical, temperature low.
I'll put that up there. We'll do, actually I didn't want to do 6. 4 and 8 again. Don't know if they will ignite at this temperature. I mean, they'll melt straight away. Yep, they did. Excellent. So now, open this, and we just chuck everything inside. That can get smelted. And this will solve our ingot shortage. Well, let's do the iron next. As well as give me the alloys I need to upgrade the printers and print some of the more desirable mid-game toys, like the heavy mining drill. As has been said by many people, when you get the tier 2, or when you get the mods, unlocked, like when you do the electronic printer mod. Very first one you should do is the tool printer mod, and the very first thing you should print from that is the heavy mining drill. Unless you really, really enjoy mining. Right. Now, do I have anything in here that I want to smelt? No. Yeah, the ice I might take inside. And what I'll probably do is make the tier 2 mining belt to take out, and then this one I'll leave in here, and it will just have the oxides and volatiles I'll use for smelting. But in the meantime, I'll take the water ice inside so that I can make some lovely water. But anyway, that's the furnace, and I didn't get to use this. I thought that was such a clever idea. Yeah, so great shame. Anyway, done with that. Vent everything. What happened there? Did I just flick it? Oh no, I picked it up. Okay, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be delighted to get back to you. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. 54 Bear out.